up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for a new edition of Slam TV News. And today we have some new information from Megan Thee Stallion. She has just named Torey Lanez. She's just said his name and really clarifying why his name hasn't really been verbalized. You know, we can all make assumptions about what happened. She sustained injuries to her foot. We now know she was shot in the foot. We all assumed it was Torey Lanez, but she had not said so. Well, she has just went on her Instagram and clearly states why she has been reluctant to say Torey's name, and it's really speaks to me. You know, I've been associated with police violence, and let me just read the article, and I feel so bad for her now. So finally, Megan Thee Stallion accuses Torey Lanez that he shot her. She's not dancing around the issue anymore. She wants the blocks to stop lying, to stop covering for him. She wants Torey to stop lying. She wants his publicist to just come clean. You know, he needs to just accept the fact that his career is donezo. Plus, he's not even from this country. His ass might as well just go back to where he came from, because she did not deserve this. I mean, I wasn't there, obviously, but from her side of the story, they had left the party at Kylie Jenner's house. She was almost home. There's 4 people in the car. She states in her Instagram video that it was her, Torey, her homegirl, and Torey's security. They were arguing. They were very close to her house, and said she was just done arguing with him, so she got out of the car. And as she's walking away, Torey sticks his head out of the back window and shoots. Could you imagine if he shot her above her foot? Like, she did release graphic images of her injuries because she said that people just don't even believe or are trying to say that she had glass in her foot. She was shot, and she really wanted to actually finally release these images. And she explains in this video why it's taken this long to actually say what happened, because in a fucked up way, she was protecting him. That's the long end of it. The short end of it, the night the incident happened, they were swarmed by cops. There was helicopters flying overhead. She said, what do you think is gonna happen if you tell the cops you were shot and there's a gun in the car? We all know these police have no boundaries. They have no, I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of them have no sense of restraint. And she's right. What if she would have said there was a gun in the car? They would have performed, or they would have executed such heavy force and exerted more force than they did with her not saying anything at this point in time. She finally gets to the hospital. She said she was never arrested. All the other people in the car were arrested. Torey Lanez was released on $35,000 bond. He only has been charged with a gun charge at this point. The LA Times has just reported that the DA is finally going to look at indicting him on some charges, and he needs to be indicted. Like, what the hell is he thinking? Like, trying to shoot anyone, and a woman, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And you know, his career should be over. So no matter what kind of feelings you have towards somebody, like, that's just wrong to actually, he could have killed her, you know. So thank God she's recovering, but she finally explains, and to me, I relate to what she says. You know, it didn't make sense. We're just like, when is Torey going to be charged? You know, what actually happened? Why hasn't he been charged? How come it's taken this long? And she just said that what would have happened if she would have told the cops that night she was shot? they would have pulled their guns so quick and probably shot all of them, just because they would have felt they could have covered it up. They would have shown that they had cause because there was a gun on scene, you know. And so she kept it to herself until she was able to get medical care and get home. And you know what? I think that was smart of her. You know, it's sad that we can't trust our own police in a nice ass neighborhood. I mean, they were in the Hollywood Hills, and you still can't even trust the police in a really nice community. This just like speaks volumes to our justice system and like the way that our cops are trained. But yeah, so she just finally did name Torey. She said she's done protecting his ass. She said she's sick of hearing and seeing lies that he's putting out on the internet and not taking ownership of what had happened. Well, now everyone knows, and we'll see what happens. I think he will be charged very soon. If you want to see the images of her foot, you can. They're on TMZ. Also, they have all the other footage of, you know, her going live on her Instagram and finally calling him out. But she said she's so mad at like the public, even because the public she released that picture of her foot because she said no one even believed that she got shot. And so my prayers are with her. I'm on her side, and I really hope Torey gets what's coming to him. I'm having faith that he will. And I mean, this just really threw me for a loop that she finally has went ahead and dropped his name. She also addressed that the argument has something to do with Kylie Jenner. She said they had all been partying at her house, but this incident happened way far away from Kylie Jenner's house. So she really did clear up any Kylie Jenner's involvement as well. So prayers go out to Megan Thee Stallion, and this is the latest for this dilemma that she's in right now. And again, prayers go out to her. And for more Slam TV news, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next story.